Hi guys, this is Daniel Alexander Cannon here on Logic Before Authority. And that channel name is definitely going to come into play on this video. Using your own logic before you allow authority to tell you what to do. So here's a topic for you. Why are they forcing the world to wear masks? Have you thought about it much? Well, I've been thinking about it quite a bit and did some research and so on, and ask yourself, who is it in the world, what group of people wear masks all the time? So, you can't see their nose, their cheeks, their mouth, their lips, their teeth, their tongue. But you can see their eyes. Yep. Muslim women. Why do they wear it? It's a sign of submission. It's not just me saying that. You can look it up. It's a sign of submission. Of course, you can find many people that'll tell you it's a lot of different things. That it's religious, that they wear it because Muslim men can't control themselves around women, that if the women don't have everything covered up, they'll just rape and ravage all the women. But even if it is that, it is a sign of submission to cover up so that the men will behave themselves. It's still submitting. When you're making someone do something that they don't want to do, it's submission. And Muslim women for hundreds, if not thousands of years, have been fighting to not to have to wear these things. Not everyone, but many. So first off, they're making everyone submit. They're trying to. I haven't worn a mask yet, and I won't. I will not don one. I don't care if I have to starve to death. I'm not going to don a mask. I'm not going to wear one. Nowhere, no how. Whatever it is, I have to give up. If I can't work some way around it, they go get this for me from someone who is crazy enough to wear a mask. I'm not doing it. Because I know, using logic before authority, that the mask is a sign of submission. Now, here's the more important part. Who are you submitting to? I'll give you a couple of guesses. Who are you submitting to? Well, submitting to the mayor of my town. Are you really? The mayor of this town has said everybody has to wear a mask out in public. And there are certain groups of people who are abiding by it. And I've already described these groups. And it's not 100%, but it's for the most part. And I've said who is rebelling against it. And it's not 100%, but it's for the most part. It's interesting. So what else is going on here? And who are you submitting to? Well, I would like to say that this is if you go back and look at the history of masks, you will find out that one of the uses of masks by the occult is for a birth or a death. The covering of the face of the people or the person that has passed away. Like with the Egyptians, which the majority were Muslim, they would cover the face. Remember, like King Tut? His was a very elaborate face covering. But the average common person had just cloth that covered the face. It wasn't quite so elaborate. So are we participating in a death ritual, or are we participating in a birth ritual? Or maybe is it both? Well, I know, and those of you that have been on my channel for a while, you know that we are entering a new age, and the occult believe this absolutely. And we are in the middle of a ritual right now. This last 5 months has been a big ritual with everything going on in the middle of it. Let's see, where's the image I want to show right this second? Like the take a knee and the fist in the air thing that is somehow managed to take off. It's a ritual. It's homage to Lucifer. Although the Egyptians would call him likely Ra, or the sun god, the light bearer. You see, because they worship the sun, believing that it is the god. Like right here on this Anubis statue, you can see it says Anubis, the jackal-headed Egyptian god of the dead. So is this a death ritual? Death of what? Death of a time? Death of empire? Death of a people? Genocide? What are we participating in here? This is a realistic, logical, educated question. See, with Anubis and what they're getting these people to do with getting on one knee, says getting shown in a pose where they salute the rising, it's misspelled, it says sin, but it means sun, each dawn. Anubis kneels with one knee down and the other up as he holds up one fist toward the sky, and the other hand is close to the heart. It's close to the heart. So, in this respect, some of the behavior that we see going on that's being propagated onto the young and ignorant that are doing this pose, and just even the fist in the air, is praising the sun, the light bearer. See, they believe that the sun is God. Here's a couple, just to run a quick search, just so you can see it, talking about the wearing of the burqa, submission. Talking about Egyptian face covering of the dead and funeral and commemorative purposes of masks. I almost kind of think that everyone's wearing the mask for a death and a birth. The death of a time, or the death of an age, the birth of an age. and the death of an empire and the birth of a new world order. And the death of a large number of people is the goal. It's fair to say that that's the goal. The Georgia Guidestones say it right on there, along with many other places. You can see easily the signs and symbols and the proof that they are poisoning the people of the world and trying to castrate us, sterilize us, poison us off, kill us off, and most of the time make us pay for it while we're on the way out, like cancer and AIDS and every other disease. The reason for this video is to make you understand the seriousness of what you're participating in if you're wearing a mask. If you have worn a mask in ignorance, you are no longer ignorant. You are no longer the babe that did not know. Let me read this to you. The person who wears the mask is also considered to be in direct association with the masked spirit force, and is consequently exposed to like personal danger of being affected by it. Meaning whatever the ritual is for that you're participating in, you can be affected by the ritual, the mask that you wear. Whether you're aware of it or not, it can put you in personal danger, which I would agree with, because if you're wearing a mask, it means you believe that the CV is real and that you're highly likely to go get tested and let them potentially stick something up your nose and infect you with something, or go get a jab in the arm where they definitely are infecting you with something. Anywhere from at a minimum of sterilizing you to death. And sterilization is death. For the sake of protection, the wearer, like the mask maker, is required to follow certain sanctioned procedures in using the mask. Got to follow procedures. In some respects, he plays the role of an actor in cooperation or collaboration with the mask or the ritual. Yes, you are. If you're wearing the mask, you're cooperating, you're submitting to the ritual. The real drama and power of its form is the important contribution to the wearer. The real drama and power of its form is the important contribution of the wearer. So when you're wearing it, you're contributing, you're creating power for the ritual. You're making other people believe that the CV is real for one, but that there's something very dangerous going on. You're participating and creating power and giving power to the ritual. Covered by the mask and the costume, the performer loses his previous identity and assumes a new one. Upon donning the mask, the wearer sometimes undergoes a psychic change and, as in a trance, assumes the spirit character depicted by the mask or ritual. Usually, however, the wearer skillfully becomes a partner of the character he is impersonating, giving to the mask not only the important spark of vitality, giving the mask life by the light flashing from his own eyes, and also bringing it alive by his movements and poses. You're not moving and posing. Yes, you are. not aware of it. But often the wearer seems to become psychologically one with the character he is helping to create, or the ritual that he is helping to create. So you are becoming one with the ritual for the death and birth of an age. The death and birth of an empire. Guys, I hope you're aware of how serious this is. And yes, I understand it is difficult. It's difficult for me. I'm a little extra lucky because I'm almost 6'3", and I'm about 300 pounds. And not a fat boy. So, like today I went to Publix, and they had signs all over the windows and had signs standing out in front of the building, mask wearing required. I have a cross that hangs around my neck on a necklace, and I held it in my hands, and I prayed. And I went in the store with no mask on, went all around the store, did my thing, got some things I needed, come checked out. Not one person said anything to me. There were people that gave me looks like, wow, you're so brave. But that was it. There's a lot of people out there that need leaders. People that are not willing to submit. Are you one of those leaders? Are you not willing to submit to the ritual?